Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Marble Racing Season 3. We're here with race number 5 and we are at the Sandstone Magcore. Another map once again by Mr. Pants. Said we'd be seeing a few of these, and it's also another track with a different grid style. So the positions on the starting line aren't going to matter too much as with the previous race. Probably good for some, but we'll see how it goes. Bit of a longer track. We did do a track showcase on it. There's a lot going on it. But let's quick look at the standings before we jump into the track. I was going to say let's jump over to the track, but first, quick reminder on the current standings. Azur leading by 1 point with 93. Marnie with 92 in second. Jimmy and Superboss currently tied in third. And then we have Pesky Bird, Iceman, Boer, Cheese, and Demon, who's still having a bit of a tough season. So we'll see if anything changes today. So now over to the track. So here we are. Very different theme than the ones we've gone through so far. As you can see, lots of explosions going on, lots of obstacles and explosives to deal with on this one, so quite different. I don't know if I'll be able to take us around the whole track in detail because it's quite long and quite complex, so it's just a quick look through a bit of the area. You saw the outdoor area before. We are going around it backwards, but sure that's fine. So as you can see, lots of different obstacles, interesting stuff going on. Another new track for you. It is a new track to the seasons. So there's just a quick whiz round without getting too lost. You see the cannon launchers, got these little light up gates here. We've got a couple of shortcuts as well, so keep an eye out for those. So quite an interesting looking track. Yes, same creator as the previous one. So let's get the racers into their positions. 6 laps around this track. With it being a bit of a longer route, with a longer race. So it is a reverse grid once again, but as with the starting grid being this design, everyone is just sat in a line, so it will be a bit of an even drop into the starting point. In fact, you'd probably prefer to be on this left side for the first corner, but we will see how it goes. You never know with the landing. And I haven't said it in the previous ones, but if you are enjoying this, if you're watching on YouTube, please subscribe, leave a like, it will help me out a bunch. Also, come check out the Twitch as well. You can watch them live. You can even take part if you head over to the Discord. And you can sign up for future seasons. We aim to make these bigger and better going forward with even bigger prizes up for grabs as well. And with that out of the way, let's get the race started. As the lights count down. This one may run a bit slower than some of the others just due to how much is going on this track, so the FPS might be a little bit slower on it. But here we go. A 1 million prize pot when, if it was ever going to be like a million, we'd need a massive amount of followers. A massive amount of followers and subscribers for that sort of prize pot or some amazing sponsorship. So no one getting the quicker inside route here. Everyone's going to be slowed down. Superboss had a great line there, managing to actually avoid the slowdown as much as possible. Taking that lead from Cheese. Mine's going to make a lunge up the inside, but Cheese is going to sneak past. As Superboss is going to make a bit of an early break. We have seen Superboss make some breakaways previously. Azur's going to get blocked out there. Boer just managing to block them with the spinner. And Blur's going to be taking the booster. Yes, there are some triggers on this. That's why I was a bit confused there. So I think there's a booster that also then disabled a ramp. As you can see how the lasers work here for which route to take. Yeah, there is some logic involved in this one. Do I know how it all works? Not really. So now going past all the explosions, trying to avoid them. Getting a bit close there. Some opting for the other route, coming out to join the pack again. Going under the ships there, and we have some bouncing bits here. Some bouncers. Not sure what to call those. Going past the crashed ship, and Demon's in some trouble. Is going to manage to navigate around that, not getting stuck. So I think there is some protection around a lot of this track to help you from getting stuck. We're currently running quite slow. Something's happened further back there that's caused some trouble for Boer and losing some time, but we are on the first lap. There's still plenty of time to make that back. And now out into the open section. Let's get a bit of a aerial view here because we can. It is quite a wide area. Superboss having some trouble with the bombs back there. Further up, we see Pesky Bird dropping down in the lead and just expanding that lead. Iceman and Azure going to be chasing them down. Azure's got a good run across the edge. Iceman's got quite a rough drop. Is a slowdown at the end for Azure colliding with that wall to then drop in. Whether that's necessarily quicker, it looks like it probably is in comparison to the route Iceman took. However, Jimmy might have a good route there. Coming out on the left side, bouncing over the rocks with all that momentum, a really good run. Azure having trouble after going through that route. Jimmy's going to have the inside on this corner. Marnie's going to come around the outside, overtaking Azure as well. So Azure dropping a few places. It looks like Demon's now behind Boer at the back. Marnie's heading backwards, not a great line there. He's going to have to hit the booster again to get going. Meanwhile, you see Pesky Bird flying off ahead. Iceman's going to be chasing him down. Superboss with some great speed there is going to get past Marnie. Azure might be able to do the same. They do, they pull it off, and it's close between Superboss and Azure here. With all the bombs and explosions. There's a bounce pad there for Azure, but he doesn't get high enough for the top route. That is quite a bit of a slowdown. Fails again. Meanwhile, Marnie goes a little bit too high hitting the roof, but does allow them to land on the top. Cheese is going to attempt it as well. Also lands up there, so Azure with a failure is going to result in a much slower run there, losing quite a bit of time, allowing Cheese and Marnie to pass. Jimmy and Iceman now battling it out for the top. Let's head up and see what's going on up at the front. So they've come out of the pipes. We now have Jimmy leading. Coming down to the end of the first lap. See as everyone comes out here. Iceman going a bit slow, not a good release from the pipes. Marnie managing to grab the best route through using the teleport, so that's going to be a massive time gain. See Demon making some good time here as well. I think colliding with Pesky Bird on the exit, shoving Pesky Bird right up into the wall, so a bit of a disaster for Pesky Bird this lap. And Demon just making it worse. Pushing them back, setting them back a few positions. See Boer is moving in the background, but very slowly. You're going to have to go check that out in a minute. But going on to lap 2, it is Jimmy leading, Marnie in second, Iceman in third, Superboss fourth, Cheese in fifth, Demon in sixth, Pesky Bird getting pushed down to seventh, Azure down in eighth after a rough run, and Boer having difficulties. Boer managed to get stuck. No, there is movement. Getting some speed up once again, but some difficulties at the back for Boer. We'll see if they can recover this. Whoop, let's get back to the main group. Here we go. So Jimmy's still leading. Iceman and Cheese battling it out for that second place. As they go around the pyramid. Watching out for the bombs. Cheese is going to try and go up the inside. But Iceman with a much better line through there and even more speed on the release. The great exit there for Iceman. Looks like Marnie's going to be taking the left side. Which could be a really good line for the next section. Be able to carry the speed around the bend more, but hitting a cactus is not what you want there. Almost a perfect line to get past Iceman and into a tree as well. That is not what you want. That is a bit of a disaster there. Meanwhile, Cheese is chasing down Jimmy, both running the outside lane here. Iceman opting for the inside route with all the obstacles. Worse, must have a flat tire or something. Yeah, it's a bit of a rough one. A very, very rough start. Looks like Cheese and Jimmy having some difficulties coming through into the big open straight. Both opting for similar routes. Iceman going completely off into a different course, hoping to try something different, try something faster. We'll see if this works out. Opting for the left lane. I say left lane, the left side of the track really. Oh, it's not going well for Marnie on the jump. Getting caught up in the lava here. It's going to be quite a slowdown. Going to have to drop out on the left here. So a bit of a time loss there for Marnie up at the front. See Cheese going for the left side there, and it did pay off for Iceman big time as Jimmy got caught up in this lava river. Cheese going a bit slower on the left side, and Iceman making a breakaway. So Jimmy coming out of that teleporter from going through the lava will be on the inside line around here. But Iceman breaking away in the lead now. So watch Iceman making their way down the straight, the second straight. Cheese going for the jump, a big overshoot. Is going to be joining Jimmy up on the left side. Over a bit of a spin going on. It's not ideal. Pesky Bird, wondering where they are. That is a good question. Where has Pesky Bird gone? Currently in 8th. See Marnie coming around the corner, followed by Demon. Then Superboss and Azur quite close together. Iceman and Jimmy battling it out in the top 2 positions. But what is going on back here? It looks like Pesky Bird is stationary. Pesky Bird is stationary. We're coming through to pass Pesky Bird, somehow going slow enough that they have not passed them yet. A rough first couple of laps. We're not sure what's going on. Technical difficulties for Boer. Having some mechanical issues back here. But Boer doing Boer things, setting Pesky Bird free. Saying, come on. We may be at the back, but we can keep racing. Keep racing for the points. So let's head back up to the leaders. See what's going on. Up at the front, Iceman getting the short route. Although, where does that go? Over here. I wasn't sure if that was a setback or a plus. Jimmy also getting the short route, so getting sucked in as well is going to get the shortcut. It's Iceman and Jimmy, the 2 icebreakers, showing how it's done. Yeah, there is a chance that both Pesky Bird and Boer could DNF unless they can make some time back. See Jimmy actually getting a shortcut here to chase down Iceman. A good line with some good speed. We're going to clip the inside. No, actually makes the lunge perfectly. Absolutely perfect line through there to take the lead, getting past Iceman on the inside. And a good line into the long hairpin corner as well. Is it hairpin? Depends which way you come into it, I suppose. We could be seeing Pesky Bird getting lapped with the pace that Jimmy and Iceman are on here. Iceman colliding with one of the bombs is going to push them backwards. Jimmy hitting the pyramids, getting a bit messy at the front now. A bit messy, need to sort their lines out. Cheese isn't far behind and could quite easily catch up. Iceman's going to keep hold of the lead. Jimmy not far behind. Cheese is gaining. They're going to have to keep this up as we're only halfway through the race if they want to keep hold of these positions at the front. Not a bad run through here for Iceman. Even using that bomb to get past the cactus. Brilliant place. Swerves around the next one. Lapping Pesky Bird, who's having more difficulties in this section, just not quite getting going. But a great run for Iceman, although colliding with a tree as I say that. A good breakaway, getting away from Jimmy. Jimmy with quite a good line coming out of that section. And jumping over those holes is going to be quite beneficial. Will they get the jump over? They're going to cut for the inside, get a bit of a jump. And we'll continue moving. See Pesky Bird on the inside lane. Trying not to get lapped by Jimmy as well. You can also see Boer in the distance trying not to get lapped by Iceman. And Cheese making their way down. Marnie gaining on Cheese for that third position. Cheese is going to drop down, hit straight into the teleporter. So that actually is very beneficial to get that drop down. Good little shortcut there. Marnie has a good line around the outside. Lots of speed here. Can they carry this all the way around the bend? It looks like they will. And pass Cheese on the inside. A very good line around there by Marnie. Cheese just missing the jump to take the top route. And now gaining on Jimmy. It looks like Iceman and Jimmy might be losing a bit of momentum. So heading back a little bit, see where everyone else is. We have Superboss just going over the jump, overshooting the top road. Demon going around the outside there, currently in 6th. And is not having a great race here. Running a little bit slow. Taking it a bit more casual today. So Demon going around the right side is chasing down Superboss. And Marnie has had a bit of a slowdown, is now going sideways across the track. Definitely not what you want. Is at risk here of being overtaken. As Demon and Superboss will be gaining. See Demon coming on the left side here over the jump. And Superboss both going to get past Marnie. As Marnie having difficulties on the right side. Slowing down massively, losing on 2 positions in a lot of time. Having a bit of a blur moment here and has actually become stationary. This could be a race over moment for Marnie. And a chance for Boer and Pesky Bird to gain a few extra points. We'll see how that unfolds, but for now, back up to the race leader. Got Jimmy in 2nd, chasing down Iceman, who's at the pyramid. Boer still just hanging on, trying not to get lapped. Holding Iceman back, just making a point. Saying if it wasn't for that rough start, you can see I can race with the front. I can race with the leaders. Iceman's got a good line around there, avoiding the tree. Now heading down past the bumpers. Going up to the outside, same route that Boer has taken there. Jimmy is on the right side lane coming down this section. Going to hit the wall to go across. Will they get a smooth transition? It's not very smooth. This could be a chance for Cheese here. Cheese with a good line. Will they avoid the bounce? They don't. They hit the bumper and get bounced backwards. And Pesky Bird's going to fly through, unlap a couple of people. Jimmy and Cheese having some big difficulties here, just struggling to get past this bumper. Which means Demon can make time on third place. And we can see Iceman and Boer are battling it out further up ahead. Now in most races you'll see that the lapped racer has to move out the way for the race leaders, but not here. That is not how we do things. If you want to mess up someone's race, you can get in their way as much as you like, and you can see Iceman having difficulties. Boer's not making it easy, and Iceman losing time there, almost getting stuck, but does manage to get going again. Boer is going to put up a fight. It's not going to make it easy for Iceman. And this could be quite costly. If Iceman keeps battling with Boer, this could cost quite a bit of time and allow Jimmy to get past, and maybe even lose even more time to those further back. The race leaders need to be a little bit careful here. So Jimmy's now not far behind Iceman. We see Marnie is still stuck. So we should see Boer moving up to 7th down this straight. This time opting not to set them free. Usually Boer will set someone free as they go past, but not this time. They won that position. Not going to take the risk, and there we go. Boer's up to 7th now. So Iceman gets the jump up to the top lane, but has some trouble with a spinner. Jimmy's going to stick to the left side, and this could be a good run for Jimmy. With Iceman slowed down, but Iceman will hit the booster just in time. So Jimmy's not quite going to make it there yet. We'll see how they come through the spinner. Getting held up for a second. Won't be getting the boosters, meaning Iceman is going to go through the portal. And the portal being the quickest way to get up to the top here. The best route you can take. As we head on to lap 5. So far, quite a strong race for Iceman and Jimmy. Proving to be quite dominant on this track. The Icebreakers both racing very well. Iceman holding a fastest lap. Jimmy going through in 2nd. See Cheese currently holding 3rd, but there are a few racers all grouped together trying to aim for that 3rd position. We're saying apparently my average ranking until now is a perfect 7. Well, that will continue if it stays like this on this race as well. See Cheese making their way up. They have gone for the pipe route. If someone takes the portal, it could be a chance to make some time on Cheese. But at the moment, Azur actually making a bit of a comeback after quite a rough start. Up in 4th. Supos gets a really bad bounce and is going to lose quite a bit of time here. Meanwhile, Demon's going to go towards the portal and get the overtake. We'll head up to the top and see what happens on the exit. So Demon gaining 2 positions with that route through the portal. Gets past Azur as well. So going on to lap 5, Demon's going to be in 4th, Azur's going to be in 5th. Superboss is going to be in 6th. Blur's going to be in 7th. Pesky Bird's going to be in 8th. And Marnie is still sat stationary in 9th, so it looks like that is going to be the position that they will be finishing in. So not a good way for your race to come to an end. Especially with Marnie being in our top 3. This is going to really shift the leaderboards around. As I said, anything can happen. And this is going to be very costly. Demon has moved up to 3rd after starting the season with very consistent 8th place finishes, apart from the last race where they gained a couple of extra points. This is Demon's strongest performance of the season. Pesky no longer lasts, yep. And Marnie's got enough points already. I guess that depends who you ask. I'm sure they would disagree. But Demon and Cheese absolutely battling it out. Cheese with a perfect line through the inside though. Iceman's still holding the lead. Demon's going to bounce backwards. It's all gone wrong. And I know if Demon was watching this right now, they would be blaming me for the jinxing. 100%. But Cheese is going to be holding that 3rd position. Going to go further ahead now and see where Jimmy and Iceman are. So Jimmy not too far ahead of Cheese. There is a bit of a gap, but it's still doable if Cheese wants to try and take 2nd. A bit of a fall for Jimmy. In fact, that's going to be costly on time, which is going to give Iceman an even bigger breakaway up at the front. Iceman with a massive lead right now. Storming away. Don't need Demon to accuse me of jinxing. That is true. So a bit of a bump there for Iceman. I was also seeing what was going on up here. I was seeing if it looked like Blur might have been taking the line to set Marnie free, but nope. Blur wants to keep hold of that 7th place, taking no risks. Not going to risk bumping into anyone. And it looks like Iceman might be able to keep hold of this fastest lap all the way to the end as well, which will be an extra bonus point. Just narrowly avoiding Marnie. Going for one of the pipes. We'll see how the entrance is. It's a good entrance. A little bit of a bounce. Meanwhile, Cheese has gained on Jimmy. And Azur and Demon are actually not far behind, battling out themselves. Demon on the inside line. Now, if Demon goes for... See Cheese making a big jump. Goes for the portal, which they did do on the last lap. This could be a big play. As Jimmy and Cheese are currently along the right side. If Jimmy lands this, they do. This is going to be an aim for the portal. So this is big for Jimmy. This could really help Jimmy keep hold of that 2nd place and extend it further. See Pesky Bird getting involved in the action as well. So Demon's got the left side, but does hit the bumper. Cheese with another jump, but again, overshooting the road. It's just going to stay low. The jump's not proving to be very beneficial for Cheese right now. Narrowly missing Marnie as well. Definitely don't need a collision there for Cheese with Azur and Demon so close behind. See Superboss coming out of the corner as well back there. Azur currently in front of Demon, but again, if Demon gets this portal, this will keep hold of this position. Well, we'll keep Demon in 4th, I should say. They are currently in 5th behind Azur. a little bit slow going down. We'll see how quick Azur gets up to the top. Having trouble in the pipe. Let's see what's going on. Oh, this is not a good sign for Azur. Having difficulties in the pipe does get going. Struggling to get going though. Can they get enough momentum? Struggling to build enough momentum to actually get up the pipe here. So Demon is going to move up. With Azur stuck here, depending on if they can get going again. Okay, they do, as I say that. I was going to say that could be a chance for Superboss Boy and Pesky Bird. If Superboss not far behind, and Boy and Pesky Bird potentially being able to get the lap back over Azur, but Azur does get moving again. So as we make our way round, we can see where Demon is, currently in 4th. Cheese just a bit further in front in 3rd. Looks like Superboss is running a bit slow in the background. Doesn't look like they're stationary. Looks like they are moving just very slowly. We'll make our way around the track to Jimmy. Currently making their way around the outside of here. And then miles ahead right now, Iceman. The very good race so far. Bit of a rough landing out of there, still just keeping behind Boer, not going for the lap again after the incident that occurred the first attempt. Did cause a bit of time loss for Iceman, and don't want to be risking that on the final lap of the race. So Iceman holding back there. And what is going on with Superboss? Superboss has had a very slow run down here. Is on the move. There was almost a chance for Boer to try and get another position up over Superboss. But also they have managed to get their momentum going again and will be on the move. Iceman going for the jump. Just missing it. You have to stay on the lower area. Hitting the boosters. A very good line. Little change in movement there over to the left. Boer hits the bumper. Iceman hits the bumper. Doesn't get as much height though. Boer will be taking the top route. Getting out the way of Iceman. But a very good run through here. Hits the booster. Does now set Marnie free, but a little bit late to do that. It's almost more of a, here you go. On the way through to my win. Let me just get you moving again. So heading up to the top and the final corners of the race. We'll just get the portal route, and we'll just make a point to show that they were able to stay ahead of Iceman even a lap down for pretty much the whole race. So after the mechanical issues at the start, were just showing that they can race with the leader and actually hold him off all the way down to the end. But Iceman is going to come across the line in first and take the win on race number 5. It looks like they will hold the fastest lap as well. You see Marnie heading through. Most likely seeing a DNF there. Let's head back to Jimmy. There you are. And I thought they got stuck in the pipe for a second there. But Jimmy is on the move down towards the finish line. How far behind is Cheese? There is enough of a gap. Don't think Jimmy has to worry. And we'll just casually roll through for second place. The two icebreakers taking a 1-2 finish. Big win for the team. There we go. A big 20-second lead for Iceman though. A very good race. Very consistent. And here comes Cheese to take third place. bit of a bounce there. And then going across the line to take third. Now we have a 60-second DNF timer that triggers every time someone crosses the line. So the question is, can Azure or Demon get over the line before 60-second passes? Depends how they get through here. Now I would say Demon has a chance of overtaking Azure here. However, Azure has got the portal side, which means they will be much quicker on the other side, even if Demon made it past on this lower section. Which means Azure will be coming through to take fourth position. To follow them to the finish line. There we go. Fourth place. Here comes Demon out of the pipe. Going to speed things up a little bit here, as everyone is so far apart. And across the line in fifth, so Demon securing that fifth place. And then Super Boss, I think, is just trying to get into the pipes here. Does make it in. We'll travel up. And we'll be taking sixth place. So you just wait for them to get to the line. Bit of a bounce at the end, and across the line taking sixth. And you know what? Boer was not far behind. Boer was not far behind Superboss by the end of this. Making back a good bit of time there. So excluding the initial couple of laps, it was a pretty good race by Boer. Actually managed to really break away from Iceman on this lap. And securing seventh. Not expecting to finish. I was not expecting it to finish either. I thought it would have been in the DNF, but just putting in the times. Good lap times. But not quick enough to take that fastest lap from Iceman. However, I don't know if that was set on the first lap. There is obviously a bit of a difference between where the starting point and ending point is. Although it is a drop, so you would be running a bit slow off that start. But Iceman has held that fastest lap for quite a while here. So, we'll speed things up a bit. We're going to go over to our race winner and do our marble cam on the winner. A congratulations to Iceman. Claps in the chat. Good race, very consistent. Iceman and Jimmy staying very consistent on this track. Making for quite a good race. Unfortunate for Boer, Pescabird and Marnie with some issues. But it is the way these races can go. And we are still only on race 5. Still early in the season. Of course, every point matters, but there's plenty more opportunities to pick up some points as we see the DNFs come in for Pescabird and Marnie. And game almost totally freezing there for a second as an explosion goes off. But you can see the gap here, 20 seconds, 20.8 from first to second, and then 9 seconds from second to third. Quite the gap up at the front. Just all the open space to work with and keeping it consistent. Well done to Iceman there. So I'm going to input these results over on the leaderboard and I'll be back with the updated standings in just a minute. Right, the results have been put in and the standings have been updated, so let's head over to the updated standings. So after that race, we now have Azur and Jimmy tied in first place with 112 points. Marnie dropping to third with 104. Superboss in fourth with 102. Iceman with a really good race in fifth now with 95 points. Pesky Bird in sixth. Cheese in seventh. Boer in eighth. And Demon still in ninth place. Having a bit of a rough season so far. So a good race, really changing up the standings a bit on race 5. But plenty more races to come, plenty more points to pick up. Yep, Cheese has passed you on the leaderboard now, boy. You're going to have to make back some points for a perfect performance. You're going to have to make back some points on our next race. Plenty more opportunities to get into that top 3 spot and a chance of winning a share of the prize pool. But that is going to do it for this stream. Once again, please, if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, leave a like. It would really help me out a bunch. Help get it into the algorithm. Now we're getting the seasons up and running again. And also head over to the Twitch, give me a follow, and take part in some of the races if you sign up over the Discord. But that's going to do it for this one. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one.